I'm recording now, so everyone knows that we are recording. So welcome to the Cub Scout Breakout. Everyone have a great month?
Yeah.
Anyone do anything special?
February is our blue and gold.
It is.
Oh.
How'd it go?
Canceled.
Excellent. No?
Weather canceled ours.
Oh, really?
No.
I think we almost thought it was going to be canceled with the weather, but I wasn't paying for the deposit, so everyone showed up.
They're fantastic. So, actually, after we get done, we're actually going to talk about blue and gold and crossovers. That's what we're going to be talking about today. Christine, you had your pine with Derby, nice with 2 packs, nice showing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
We've never
Did you do
met.
the two?
I was gonna say I don't think I know you. Do I? Welcome.
I'm Mark. I am in the same pack as Mike in Southbury.
Oh, great. Okay.
62. So, yeah, we did the blue and gold in February, and it worked out really good. Had a great turnout.
What den do you have?
I have the Wolf Den right now, but I also just transitioned at the blue and gold to the Cub Master.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, okay.
So dual duty right now.
Fantastic. I never asked. What is your actual title?
Committee chair.
Committee chair. Okay.
And then I'm also the Tiger Den leader.
Oh, okay. They're fun. The younger ones, you can almost do anything and they love it. I mean,
That's
you can,
true.
You can tell them, jump, take a broom and go sweep all the floors. They have fun doing it. So, so tonight we have some guest speakers coming. One of them's here at the moment. I forgot your first name. I apologize.
That's all right. My name is Zach.
Zach.
At the Connecticut Science Center.
Yes, Zach's from Connecticut Science Center. He's going to be talking to you guys tonight about some great stuff they have going on. So, Zach?
So, most importantly, we have Scout Day coming up on March 26th. We've also got a couple others scheduled throughout the year during April break.
Unless you want to, you're far enough away, you could drop your mask.
I'm all set.
Okay.
We've got them scheduled in June and August as well. And then we also have our new STEM in the Box program. This flyer is not very fun, but the program is. We just haven't had time to get any graphics put together for it. It's brand new. We've had this program called STEM in the Box where we put together a number of activities and mail them out to the kids. And we had it available as a retail item. We just made it available to groups like you guys. So the whole pack can get it at a significantly reduced price. And then we also have, of course, our traveling programs, and you guys can come visit us. Right now we have Mummies of, I'm sorry? Did you have a
Oh, my
question?
daughter did the STEM in the box over the,
Oh, awesome.
yeah.
So somebody's familiar with it.
Had the owl pellets and a bunch of other stuff in it.
Yep. Yeah, so they follow a number of themes. This month we did one that was on a Star Wars theme, although we're not supposed to say so. We've got some stuff on Black History Month we did last month. I can't remember the next one that's coming up, but we change it up all the time. Right now in the traveling gallery we have Mummies of the World. It's the largest collection of mummies and mummy-related artifacts ever collected in one location, so it's really something to see. It really recontextualizes mummies, so it's not just an Egypt exhibit, as many of them are. It collects mummies and mummified remains from around the world, from North America, from South America, from Europe and Australia, to really create a really fascinating exhibit. So you'll see basket mummies, you'll see bog mummies, all different types of stuff, not just traditionally wrapped, horror movie mummy. And I brought with me today one of our traveling programs. This is our Toppling Towers program, where the kids come and build little towers out of toothpicks and marshmallows and put them to the test on our shake table to demonstrate.
Oh, that's a lot more fun. Usually I just shake the table. That's a lot more fun.
So we've got a couple different settings there. We can increase it. We can help them tweak their designs and help to redesign stuff to make it stronger. Yeah, that is one of the programs that we ship out to help kids learn about engineering.
Like in the Lion Scouts, which my wife is actually, they have a thing called Build It Up, Knock It Down. So they actually have to build something to see how it stands, how it holds up.
Exactly.
So it's like, so that'd be a great little thing they could do with the Scouts. Is usually we just shake the table. That's a lot more fun than what we do.
Yeah, this one is great. And it
So-
goes way higher than that.
Really?
It might vibrate right off this table.
Oh, cool.
So I know the last time we went down for a science day at the down there, you guys, you had a like a challenge. You had to go through each floor and find stuff and answer questions. Do you guys still do that, or?
That's right. Yep. Every one of our Scout days comes with a Scout scavenger hunt where you guys work your way through the Science Center, discover a number of different things, work your way through it's kind of a trivia-based scavenger hunt, and at the end you earn a special patch.
Has anyone been to the Science Center for Scout days, or just normal? Or just normal? Just normal? I mean, yeah.
I was just there yesterday.
Really?
Yeah. And I saw the mummy exhibit. It was really
That sounds
really
really
neat
cool.
to see all the.
That sounds neat.
Yeah, how long
Yeah.
is that exhibit with you guys?
We'll have that through to the end of August.
Oh, good. So that's there for a while. So
Yeah.
so
Yep.
My lines, we just did a force in motion, and we actually used Beyblades.
Yep.
By
Beyblades will
spinning the
work too.
Beyblades, we used the force, and the kids had a blast.
Yeah, and they come
I
right
would-
out of the box with all the stuff
Yeah.
to alter it and test it.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
So-
yeah, we've done the science center. I don't know how many times with
yep.
the pack.
There's all different sections. You can always do sign something new, even as adults. It's a blast. You know.
Oh,
So
God.
so we've gone down as packs. We've gone down with individuals. It's just.
Road trip.
And then you still do the patches and stuff, right? And
Yep.
usually the old thing, you got to get things signed off or whatever, and then hand that in or whatever. But they weren't very strict about it. Most often, the kids still got a
Right.
patch.
Yeah,
so.
we try and make it so that everybody still earns something. So we still do those. Like I said, that's every one of these Scout days. I've got flyers for those here. And we're hoping to bring our overnights back sometime in spring of 2023. We're still not quite ready to do that. We're still very thin on staff.
How's the pricing look on Scout Days? How's that?
Scout Day is $15 a person.
$15 a person, and that's not just the Scout or the family, or how does that work?
That's
Just
the
across
whole
across the board.
Yep.
Okay, so that's not
Yeah,
bad.
that's everybody that comes with you guys. And that's a little bit lower than our kids' admission rate. It's a pretty good deal.
Is it okay?
Yep.
How much is normal admission? Just curiosity.
Normal admission for kids is $16.95, $24.95 for adults.
Okay. Also, so the adults are actually benefiting on the
Definitely, yeah.
So,
The adults are getting a real deal there.
so it's like if by the time you add them together, it's like getting one of them free. So,
Yeah, just about. Depends on how many are in there.
right. Yeah. So I know it'd be fun for a pack outing or something like that. If you guys want to do a pack meeting, something different, you guys don't have to do any real work because you're just bringing the kids there and they go off on their own. But that'd be a lot of fun. So.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to do. We're relatively safe and easy to maintain the kids because we have separate galleries for each of our floors. So once you bring the kids into one area, they're in a closed room. It's a little bit easier to say, don't leave this room than don't wander the museum because every kid's going to wander the museum.
Well, any questions you guys had for him, or anything was?
I had a question about the stem in the box.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Is that like a monthly thing, or is it a one
We
time?
do them almost monthly, but they're not on a subscription level yet, so you would have to resubscribe each month.
Each month, okay.
Yeah, but yeah, we do, it'll either be an activity each week or 3 activities over the course of a week, depending on if the kids have a vacation that month or if they're in school. And they'll connect, for the retail one, they'll connect with us via Zoom. And then for the group one that I have here for you guys, if you want to do it as a whole pack, you can do it either pre-recorded or you can connect via Zoom.
Gotcha. So it's something that gets mailed out to the kids, to the pack?
Yep.
And then they do it via some sort of Zoom, some kind of instructional video?
Yeah, we can do it pre-recorded or we can do it live.
Gotcha.
Oh, you can do it live, so you'll actually connect into our meetings and do them, or?
Yep.
Cool. And what's that cost again for that?
That is, the live ones are $250 a program, and that covers up to 25 kids. And the pre-recorded ones are $175 each.
Okay.
And again, up to 25 kids.
Well, yeah. Well, actually, pre-recorded, there's you can probably do anything.
Right, you can.
I
was gonna say, you can do
it.
anything.
We're not looking.
But you would send the supplies for the 25.
That's right.
Yeah, you would send up supplies to do 25 kids. Exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like I said, so that it's called Stem in a Box. And what does it come in? What does it look like? So.
So the retail one, if you guys were to just do it with your family, it comes in a small lunch box, I believe, or some other sort of unique box. The retail one for the big groups comes as just a large group with instructions on how to divide it all up.
Cool. Any
Would that
questions?
be available to schools also?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
PTO hat on, PTO hat on. We're really struggling with things for the kids to do because so many
It's hard.
So I would love to talk about that with some schools.
doing.
Yeah.
We would.
We'll be in
touch. I can guarantee it.
How long is the instructional program, like whether it's live or pre-recorded? How long is
40 to 50 minutes.
Okay.
Good, but it's about an hour meeting, so that'd be good.
Yeah.
So yeah. 'Cause,
A little bit of time to sometimes pause or back up or ask some questions, and it fills the hour generally.
they do 'cause a lot of pack meetings. Usually after an hour, you lose some of the little kids' attention. So, yeah. Speaking of which, is there an age bracket on these things? Or,
They are, we do have an age bracket. I think it's about 6 to 12.
6 to 12?
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. 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 Usually first grade up, no problem. Your tiger or your lions might not be into it as much, but
I'm sure we've
Oh,
been working.
definitely.
So that sounds great. Anybody else have any more questions?
I do,
Yes.
so that, what is that part of?
This is a part of our Toppling Towers program. This is a program that we would come out with one of our instructors to lead in front of the group.
Okay.
And these are available to you guys, to your camps, to however you would like to use them. But yeah, these are our traveling programs.
How,
And we have a number, probably around 20 different traveling programs, broken out by age and grade bracket, that we can.
now, do we rent that or do you bring it out?
What's that?
Do we rent that or do you bring that out?
We bring that out, so an educator would come out with it and lead the program.
Okay. And that's part of that
Someone who can
250 or
answer
is
better
that?
questions about engineering than me.
That's part of that 250 that we would do, or?
No, that's actually a different one. I don't have a flyer for the traveling programs, but if anybody has some questions, I'm happy to send you an email.
Okay. And you don't know what that, off the top of your head, you don't know what that costs, right?
I can't. I know that we just changed our prices about a month ago, and I think it's between $200 and $300.
Okay. But you guys come out and do it, which would be, it's like getting an extra leader built in, so.
That's right.
Yeah.
So for the live and pre-recorded, how much advance notice do you need?
We like to have about 2 weeks' notice to get it on the books. It really depends on our booking schedule. Like I said, we are still pretty light on staff, so there is there can be a wait to get an educator actually available for some programs. But more notice is always better.
So for the live, what kind of technology would we need?
You guys would need a microphone, a webcam, and a Zoom-enabled computer.
It's not bad. That's, everyone nowadays has got that, so.
Right, you know, it's we try to make it as simple
You
as
could bring your
possible.
Chromebook home every day?
Right, but like 25 of us can't sit around one computer, so. I think
No,
we
what you do a
have
lot of
to
times
put
is
it
you could take your computer, and like I used to here tonight, just bring a bigger TV, take an HDMI cable, hook it up to it, and it's just as big. So.
Just
So I
let,
didn't know if they needed to see us. That
Yeah,
was-
well, that's, yeah, okay.
we're not the phone, just let him know he'll come to the TV, it's good at it. He's been
It
doing
can
it.
definitely be helpful to see you guys on the other end. It's not absolutely necessary, but it is definitely preferred.
Okay.
We've done it with you know, large school groups and stuff where they'll just have one camera and the kids will kind of come up and take turns asking questions. It does make it a little bit easier for them to, you know, if something's not working, they can show us, and we can kind of guide them through it a little bit better. But at this point, we have worked the kinks out of a lot of our activities. At the beginning, we did have a number of things where we had activities we just realized kids can't do this if they're home alone. Something like poking 2 parallel holes through a circle of paper and then threading a piece of string through it was just not going to happen.
I don't get it.
I've tried that. I think I know what you were making. It was disastrous.
Yeah, and you know, we thought it would be really easy. We were just like, all right, so that's step 1. And they're just like,
Yeah.
step 1. So we kind of, we worked that out. You know, we started cutting the holes for them. We could ship it with the thread running through it. We really tried to figure out a lot of those kinks at this point, and we've kind of streamlined a lot of those activities to be things that the kids can really follow along, whether through webcam or through just following instructions that we provide through YouTube.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Any more questions, anybody, or no? You said you had flyers for us too, you said, or?
I do. Anybody that would like them, I've got plenty of flyers and stuff here. I've got my business card attached to
Oh, that
plenty
was
of
my
them.
question. Your contact information's there?
Yep.
We can grab them on the way out, or
Yeah.
We'll grab
We
them
grab
out.
on the way out.
On the way out. I just happened to hear him sneaking back in. They have Make It Grow, which is gonna be really neat.
We do. We did Make It Grow last year. That was outside in the plaza. It's a great event.
And that's actually a scout requirement too, right, Mary, for you, for the Lions as well.
For Lions, it is.
I think there's something in almost everyone.
Where you have to go outside to plant plants or do flowers or do
Yeah.
garden. So yeah, so that's something that would fill a lot of requirements for the scouts. So.
Absolutely. They can come out there. They can ask questions of we have a master horticulturalist at the Science Center. She's happy to answer questions all day long. She'll be out there on the plaza.
Is your roof still open or no?
The roof is open seasonally.
Okay.
So right now it's closed, but it'll probably open up in a couple of weeks,
I don't
maybe
think
2
I've
months or so.
ever been in.
Every time we went to there, the roof happened to be closed every time we went. So it was like we never got to go up there. Yeah. So.
And the thing is, people love to come see us on rainy days.
Yeah.
And that boardwalk gets slippery in the rain.
Yeah.
So we definitely have to close that up.
One time we went and they were raising some huge dinosaur they were hanging.
Outside, they had a crane lifting the dinosaur up onto the roof.
Yeah,
It was like,
that was cool.
so it is a lot of fun, and like I said, it's for all ages. I've taken scouts as little as kindergarten all the way up through to,
Oh, absolutely.
you know, and it's like they have fun with it. You know, it's like whether it's taking the golf balls and having do the thing to go down through, and or you know doing the stuff. They're in the sound stuff, mixing and all that stuff. Where it's
Yeah, the little kids love the sound and light lab.
and the camera that goes around the room, and they have to jump in the air and all that stuff. They have
Yeah.
a blast with it. So
Just one other question. So
Sure.
if we have the pass, the family pass, do we still have to pay the $15 for scout time?
No, you're covered.
oh, cool. That's good to know because it's. I think we have some scouts that do have passes. So
Oh, I have to remember that.
do they get the question? If they got the family pass, do they get the patch?
Yes.
They do. Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, we would. I mean, it just wouldn't really be fair for us to charge our members, you know, admission on a day to earn something with their group.
Gotcha.
So yeah, they're covered.
And when you do scout days, do you also do a video, a movie?
We do have videos playing those days, yeah,
Okay.
but they would be an add-on of I believe $5.95.
Oh yeah, that's right, because they have the movie theater there.
Yeah, we have 3D theater. Right now, we're showing Dinosaurs of Antarctica. It's again another. I talk a lot about recontextualizing things, but it's dinosaurs of the Antarctic Circle. So, excavating frozen wastelands and seeing what used to live there.
Cool. And my alternative. I said nothing. I was being sarcastic. I said everything might turn into that too. You never know in the future. So, any more questions, everybody? Or well, thank you so much for coming out.
Thank
No
you.
problem. Thank you
Yeah,
guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Excellent. Anybody want to try to shake it? So we have another great guest speaker coming up. Well, I can't remember your name. I do apologize. Kofi.
Wally,
Yes.
camera.
Oh.
You're still recording.
Well, he's gonna go over there. I figured, but sure.
Oh, we can grab everything.
That'd be great. Yeah. Like it used to be at Roundtable. Yeah. Go up to the table, grab what you need. So he is here from the Yard Goats. So
My name is Kofi. I am a
same situation. You're far enough away. If you feel comfortable, you can drop your mask. It's up to you. So easier to hear you
I am
sometimes. So
vaccinated, so it was just 3 minutes. I'm a sales accountant at the Yard Goats. I'm here just to basically tell you guys about a scout night that we have. We have scout nights on 2 nights this year, April 23rd and July 30th. So we have, we usually try and promote the field box seats or the right field area seats. The field box are $15 and the right field is $12. So you get those seats. You get to watch the game. After the game, we have fireworks, and then we have the camp out on the field. And while you're camping out, we have a movie.
is there an overnight still, or is there still just? No, because for a while you guys weren't doing the camp out overnight, or is it just kids?
It's over.
For a while it was just you watched it on the field afterwards. But
While you're pitching your tent,
they played a movie and stuff. Yeah.
and
So the
well,
kids watch the movie and don't help pitch the tent.
That's exactly. Yeah, I'll help you in a minute, Bob.
But you know what? Sometimes that's easy. It is.
It is.
about 15 minutes into the movie, we'll have a concession stand open. So if you're looking to get any food before that, then that's an option.
So now you're saying that there's 2 sections, right? There's the right field wall over in the back, and there's also some over on the left.
And
So
then the field box area, which is basically just around home plate. It's about 3,500 seats around home plate.
Mhm.
Right now we have 350 seats left.
dumb question. My son will kill me if I don't ask you. With everything going on, you guys will have baseball this year, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just wondering. You know. Well, they're a minor league team. They belong to the Rockies.
So the Major League lockout doesn't affect
Doesn't
us.
affect you guys. I wasn't sure how that worked. So.
And,
You would have.
Well, you have hey, better than ask now.
Well, yeah, buy tickets and not be able to.
Yeah, you got these nice tickets. Can't go to the game.
Major League just bought the minor league about a month ago, so we haven't really aligned everything with them yet. So we're still just rolling as a minor league team.
Okay. Your tickets might become more valuable if there's no major league teams.
Everybody's gonna be craving baseball.
Well,
People
exactly.
have been calling nonstop trying to get tickets because they can't get tickets for any other game.
Exactly. Yeah, there's no spring training. And these people who love to go want to see it no matter what. So
Do the scouts still get to do flag on the field?
Yeah, so we allow the scouts to parade around the field pregame. If you have 50 or more scouts or 50 or more in your group, we allow one person to throw the first pitch. Yeah, so
you could treat it as a little reward for your groups, because what happens is as you like you could pick one scout to get to throw it out, but basically do a random draw or pick the scout that behaves the best at the game to flag that gets to throw out the pitch.
So we're also we also have patches. These are patches from 2020. Obviously, that season didn't happen. So we have a bunch of these just sitting around. They have 2020 on it, so I wasn't sure if you guys would just.
Oh, kids love the patches no matter
The
what.
kids
So
love the patches no matter what's on them.
yeah, I give them out just to give them out sometimes, but the kids love them. So
Parents like to trade patches, so I thought it would just be nice to just.
plus that's the season that never happened. And no one else will have that.
We do have new patches coming in. I already ordered it, so that should be coming, I believe, in 2 or 3 weeks.
Now, on the package, they years ago, I know they changed it once. I'm not sure if they changed it back or not. When you did the Scout Night, you got preloaded value on your ticket towards a drink or something. Or
Yep,
that's
so
still
each group would have at least $2 of loaded value on their ticket.
on each ticket. Okay.
On each ticket. And
Which is a good deal because I think you guys charge was it $15 a ticket or something like that, or so
$15
you're
to $12.
12 or 15. You're getting back too, so it's a really good deal.
Use it
So.
at, either a concession stand or one of our team store locations.
And if I'm right, also their name gets to go up on the.
Yeah, each scout or troop or pack gets a welcome on our video board.
It is a lot of fun. Like I said, has anyone ever been to a game? Has anyone not been to a game?
My son has been to a game with his daycare center over the summer.
Really?
It was
Okay.
like one of the hottest
My kids
days
have gone to camp
of
too.
the year. It was, they were melting in the stands.
We had a little confusion with the whole parking situation. Where are you supposed to park for?
That is confusing now because it used to be the field down where the railroad tracks were, but they're building a building now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we used to.
We have 4 different parking lots, but one of them are gonna go under construction, so I'm pretty sure we're gonna go under 3. There's one directly across the stadium, there's one behind the stadium, and there's one, I believe, diagonal to the stadium, but I'm not sure which one are gonna get closed down. I'm not sure what's going on. They haven't communicated it with us yet, so.
Yell at Matt, get him going on that. So question. So now it used to when you did the camp and you spent the night, they put you into a certain parking lot.
Yeah, so after the game.
Back to your question, yes, a little bit. So yeah.
After the game, you're allowed to just go park to the in the lot straight across the stadium. So it's just easier that you can just get your tent and all.
Get your gear and all that stuff instead of bringing in the beginning.
Yeah.
Go back out, get your gear, come back in, and
Because it's always busy and it's always hard to find parking. So you just can park wherever you want before when the game. Then after the game, you can just go park to the one that's closest and just come with your gear.
okay. And then I know last time we went, they called early that the kids weren't spending the night because of the weather or whatever, which I know sometimes they have to do. So,
So if that happens, in the April game, we'll try and have everyone move to the July 30th game if it's possible. If not, then we just give you tickets for another.
they had the game. What happened was halfway through the game, they said because there was a storm coming in the middle of the night, they didn't let the kids stay. So the kids got to watch the game, but they didn't get to.
Last time you and I went to a game, we got soaked.
Yes, sir.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi.
Good.
Well, come in.
May I interrupt for a moment?
You may.
Good. Don't worry, I'm not playing the instruments. So,
Neither are we, don't worry.
okay. Some people here know me, some don't. My name is Scott Hudson. I was the past Scoutmaster of a troop in Torrington. The training that they were talking about before is coming up very soon, is the Scoutmaster and Assistant Scoutmaster specific training and the IOLS training for the outdoor leadership skills. Some folks here probably got these when I handed them out earlier. So if you would like, do me a favor, pass these around, and everybody take another copy or two and pass it on to somebody that you might know in a unit. So at the Cub level, the Weebo leadership that's going to be crossing over with their youth, this is an excellent opportunity to get this training done and under your belt. So when summer camp rolls around, you're all set for that. When September rolls around, your unit is all set, ready to hit the ground running with trained leadership. Okay? So if there are folks either here tonight who would be crossing over with their youth, or you know some others that maybe aren't here tonight that will be, please pass this along. So I'll briefly explain this to you.
Sorry. Go ahead. I was telling him about get back to you in a second. I'm just going to keep going. No, he wasn't done, but I told him, don't leave. We'll finish up his in a second. Go ahead.
Finish up his?
Yeah, he wasn't done.
Finish up his first.
No, that's okay. Go ahead, Scott. Just finish up. It's okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. All right, so the April 2nd date, that's an all day, and for anybody that takes this training program, you're actually put in the position of a youth. And you see how a troop runs from the viewpoint of a youth. And you go through all the different leadership positions within the troop. People that are in this program are put into the patrols. So you work together as a patrol, which we know I need to get used to saying young ladies as well. But the scouts do in their units. So that first day covers the full gamut of information, how a troop runs and operates, how to put together a phenomenal outdoor program for them, or to help guide them while they put together their outdoor program, because we know it's a youth-led troop. If we look at that one weekend that is there, there's a lot of hands-on skills that are done that weekend. There's a lot of more information that's delivered that pertains to the outdoor skills itself. You know, if you're not familiar with it, some people aren't, that we've seen come through the course. Some people are, because they've had scouting backgrounds, whether it was, you know, Boy Scouts or through Girl Scouts. We've seen that. So, but this will get you all the training that you need. Everything here meets the national guidelines, the syllabus. It covers everything. So the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. So, the online registration will be on the ctrivers.org site.
Actually, see, so Scott, real quick question. If they took it, and let's say they're only a tiger leader, a weeble leader, or not weeble, tiger or wolf leader, they took it now. When they get the Boy Scouts, it doesn't expire, right? It's still good.
It doesn't expire.
Right, so they could actually take it now, get it while you're younger,
Yep.
and get it out.
Well, you could, or you know, it's really helpful for those, let's say, from like the bear
Yep, bear on, yeah. So
and on from there.
Yep.
Okay.
Because it is good to have in general, because when you hit the Weeblo levels, you start treating them, they're supposed to be working in dens, working as a group, having leadership positions, even inside the, we don't,
Picking up your computer.
And there's,
well, you can't take it.
you know, there's quite a bit of stuff.
Oh,
As far as like in the Weeblo program, that laps over with stuff in the Scout program.
and I will admit, you know,
So.
taking a lot of this training has made me a better Cub Scout leader, because you learn how it works on the other end. So it's like, so taking this training would actually will help all leaders, no matter
But
what.
as a
So.
Cub Scout leader, you would still need the balloon training to camp leader.
Correct.
Yes.
I wish it was. I wish they
Yeah.
could cross it over somehow.
So,
Like,
this is really, I wouldn't say if you're like a tiger leader or something, I'm not saying it doesn't hurt, but
Yeah.
it's probably more beneficial for the bear leaders and older, that will be moving on with the scouts. So, one thing that's fantastic about this, as well as like with roundtables, is the networking that goes on. There's people you'll meet, make friends with, and like we were saying before out there, you stay connected. You may not see each other all the time, but there's a lot of things.
mhm.
Resources are phenomenal. So you talk to people even in this program that have taken their units on different trips. You'll get so many different ideas. So it's not just sitting in a classroom, okay? Especially that first Saturday. It looks like you're just gonna sit in the classroom. That's not the whole thing. You're gonna be up, you're gonna be moving around. There's team building skills which help you mold together as a patrol. So, any questions?
Scott, thank you very much, buddy.
Thank you
Thank
for your time. Didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm not gonna audition for the.
Singing.
No.
I saw that day on the website.
I saw
Come
that.
on, you're not gonna sing the national anthem for us?
No,
Oh.
they won't sell any tickets. Thank you, Walt.
No problem, buddy. Thank you. So I apologize. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Sorry,
So,
it's fine.
so you're. Well, we start all over again. No.
Start from the beginning, please.
So, I believe you were asking about the rain.
Yes, you have the rain delays and stuff. So.
So we try to push scouts for scout night.
Mhm.
If you can't make it or something happens,
You'll find an alternate night
Yeah.
to make it work. So.
we're always trying to find another night for you to come out and enjoy it.
I thought you were gonna bring the yard goat with you. What's his name there?
Julie.
Chompers are
Chomper.
Chomper.
Yeah. Thought you would have brought him with you. You could show him up.
they're a bit busy at the stadium.
Yeah.
I think there's an event going on, so I couldn't get anybody.
So no, it's a lot of fun. Like I said, you guys do a great job at the stadium. I've been a few times, and I love it every time. It's like it has, it's the old feel of a small stadium. You get the events happening on the field. You get a lot going on. You get the kids involved, the throwing of the shirts. You have all this stuff where the kids are excited all the time. So.
And you're only paying for the
Games
game.
are fun.
I mean, you go to a.
For the game, you're not paying for the camp out. Like the camp out is just free.
Yep.
It's a great experience. So it's a good bang for your buck also.
I mean, think about it. Going to a Yankee and you'll never get a game ticket for $12. But come on, what were you gonna say?
Beer for $12. Are the game times, are they like 7, 10 games?
So the games are 6:05. Gates open 4:30.
6:05 games, okay. And then like the next morning, what goes on the next morning? Do they just like pack up and leave?
Yeah.
Listen, I was hoping you guys did breakfast sandwiches, but I guess
Yeah,
that's.
we did. And then,
You did it one time. Dunkin' Donuts did something
yeah,
there one time.
And then
Right?
no one ate it. So it's
If we go, I promise you, we'll eat some.
we have a bunch of
I was gonna say, our
meetings,
group
like,
would eat.
We don't know what's going on.
Donovan would eat it out.
What time do you shoo everybody out by?
Pushing for 7:30
In the morning? Okay.
It was like being at camp, getting up.
We're already at 5, so I mean, out by 7's easy.
They'll be out running the bases before they,
And then, if I remember right, in the tents, no pegs.
Yeah. So I'll send out an email with instructions and just rules. So far, I spoke with the grounds crew and the groundskeeper manager, and he said no spikes.
Yep.
And no bug spray, and also no garbage. Said
First two
he'll
are
kill
easy. The second one with the kids, or third one with the kids, is not as easy. But
Said he'll kill me
Scout
if he
leaves the
sees
place
any
cleaner
of
than
that,
it
so-
was.
Right, that's right.
true.
Now, can we go to the game but not camp out afterwards?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's enough.
Yeah, it's the same price, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's I've gone to some where you don't feel like spending the night.
Yeah.
You can just go home. So
And usually by the time you get done watching the fireworks and watching the game, and you just
yeah, we stayed for the movie and watched the fireworks and hung out. Everybody left, and it was like
Yeah.
hung out. Let's go home.
Yeah, you still get your patch. I'll try and
Okay.
hand it out to everyone before the fireworks end.
You don't happen to know what the movies are?
Yeah, we haven't picked yet.
Alright.
Yeah, it's usually a great kids movie, so it's like
when
Yeah,
you're
we
like
try and
Lego
pick something
Batman.
that's popular at the time.
At the time.
Okay.
It's just cool to watch it on the screen. And I will admit, I mean, I'm not. Their fireworks. If you've ever been to them, they set it to music, so it's really like it's really a great fireworks show.
Fireworks.
And I'm spoiled with fireworks. I've been to Disney, I've been to Boston. So when you hear, the pops playing the music and the fireworks, and you go to some of these places, you see, oh yeah, that's nice. They do a great show with the fireworks. So
Nice.
Fundraising question.
Sure.
Now, are the scouts eligible for the fundraising during the Garrett Cups?
oh, they can. I didn't know that. So
And now, what's the?
So they're looking to fill box tickets. Don't remember off the top of my head.
We have one. I
There's
know.
it's a bunch of numbers and it's been a long day.
so they get a.
We feel,
on a
we
Monday,
feel
we
your pain.
understand.
Yes.
So we sell the tickets and then contact you. Is that how it works? And then we get a percentage of the commissions, or is it how do they automatically
So-
do they buy with a code and we get a commission?
So
So
we give you at a set price and then you can resell it at whatever price.
Whatever. Right.
are we obligated to buy a certain amount or no?
No.
Okay. Sorry.
PTO hat off.
That's, well, no.
We've done their PTO had done one a few years ago.
Yeah.
That's why I was wondering.
Did you make good money off it or no?
It was not very popular, so we didn't do it again. But I think,
New groups of parents.
yes, I think it all depends on who your target group is.
This year it
So-
could be a huge thing. Like I keep saying, with baseball not going on,
Yes.
families
That's
want to
sort
go
of
to
what-
games.
that's sort
So
of
it's
what
like,
I
so
was
this would be a great.
A lot of places are closed right now, so it's like we don't really have an option. You have to come to us.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You have no choice.
Matt DeBona, who actually
That's what I was saying before, Matt. Yeah, I've known Matt for
Sure,
years.
working
So
with him. He's actually in charge of PTO. this
Okay.
year, so.
Matt used to do this. He used to come out and meet with the groups and stuff. So Matt's above that now. So
Yeah, he's hospitality manager now, so.
And there's contact information for that on the website.
Sorry.
I thought it was me for a minute. I'm like, that doesn't sound like one.
Um,
It's Ohio.
for Matt DeBona.
Yeah, or just for the fundraising, like we could on the
Yeah.
website. There's
You
find
can
the
also
link.
do it through me, and
Okay.
I just don't know off the top of my head right now.
Okay.
Once I get to my desk, I can.
Oh, that's okay. You have your business card you could give her? Or?
Awesome.
Thank you.
He's great at getting back to you. So he knows. So.
Oh, Matt.
Matt, well, he is too. But I'm saying I've been dealing with him for. He'd emailed me about a pack event, and I reached out to him about this. So, any more questions, anybody? Or
No, sounds like a good event.
it is. It's a great pack
Your
meeting.
contact information is over there? All the contact information?
So my email is my email and my phone number is
He's on there, okay.
And also printed out some schedules just in case you can't make Scout Night. You can always come take it.
Now, Matt used to say, if you can make a scout night, let us know. We have the patches. We can make your night into a scout night. Basically, you might not get the
Camp out, but we can
get the camp out, but you can make it into a pack meeting. So.
that experience.
That's awesome.
Real quick, I know you're gonna go. I
No,
know
it's
it'll
okay.
Take up all your time, but
That's fine.
when you said no, you can't use stakes on the field. Are there any other rules that would be relevant, to think about? Like, can you bring food? You said no trash, but,
Yeah, so you can probably bring a snack. Like I said, 15 minutes into the movie, we still have our concession stand.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Still have food. But
We can't do no open fires.
No super fire at home.
Dutch
plate.
oven? No. There's coals. There's no fire.
grounds,
I bring my dog. I'm just kidding.
Grounds crew, they'd have it.
kill me
fixed.
twice.
They'd have it. I'm sure they look forward to this.
Oh, yeah.
It's their favorite day.
Oh, the
That's why
scouts are
Sandwiches
here.
worn out by 7.
Now, are they allowed to walk around the infield and the
Yeah.
whole?
Yeah. So the grounds crew will be just parting off the parts that they don't want anybody on the field, so it'll be sanctioned off. But anywhere that's not sanctioned off is fine for you to walk.
Okay.
I will be there. I will have a coworker with me, and I will also have a EMT on standby.
Oh, that's nice to have, just in case, you know. So
Just in case.
EMT.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yes.
It's always good to have, especially on a scout outing. You never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah,
So.
exactly.
Oh,
So I have the three of us just.
Any balls or anything like that allowed on the field? Baseballs?
I would have to check on that.
I think, as I remember one time we didn't stay for the whole thing. They had like beach balls down there, or whatever they were pushing around. But I'm not sure if they allow baseballs.
We had a
in.
huge beach ball at one point, but
Yeah.
That last long.
It doesn't exist.
Yeah, I know.
Ultimate
I saw
baseball
it forward right
baseball
over.
field.
yeah,
That would be
did
fun.
go.
Really, yeah. Even the
He's
beach
been
ball.
around it for
But I
years, so he
can-
still
I can
uses the old
definitely
address.
ask him and see if it's-
Push
Yeah,
for
could you
the
imagine
beach
that?
ball
Ultimate baseball.
and Dunkin'
Ultimate
Donuts.
wiffle ball
Beach ball.
game.
We'll be there in April.
I'll see what I can do.
Well, guys, thank you so much.
Yes, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for coming out, Bill.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, no problem.
Oh, yeah.
So, if you guys want to take some back to your scouts, did we get all these? Yep. Oh, great. Okay.
Well, he's like, what patches?
I'm 2020.
It's about 100 in there. So
Really? Great.
Oh my goodness.
So, if you guys don't want to stay, you don't have to. We're going over crossover and what's next for scouting. So, but thank you both for coming out. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having
Yeah,
me.
that's, thank you.
Killed
Thank
your
you,
birth
guys.
with one stone here tonight.
I know.
Thank you so much.
Thank you again for having me.
No problem. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate you coming out. So,
Well, here's what we do.
I think you definitely sold some tickets to both events tonight. So.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you do? Okay. Did everyone get one of these, or for training?
Yes.
Okay. Take one back to your packs. Like
Yeah, I
I
grabbed a
said,
couple for the troop.
I wish they would do, and I wish to push this to the group. Is I think they should. If you take IOLS, it counts
It
towards
should count towards Baloo.
blue. Is exactly.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna get people to do both. And like,
So, right, so Gina was our Baloo trained person. Well,
Yep.
when she was ready to step down, I went and I took
Yeah.
the Baloo training.
Yeah, I trained you.
Well, my
Help
son
train
is
you.
an AOL. So now this year, we still get to go camping with the Cub Scouts because nobody else is taking the training.
Right.
So, if I had been able to do the IOLS, it would cover me to help out the troop
Right.
and the pack. Where now it's just the pack.
And I think you'd get more because now. Hey, thank you so much.
I think
So-
if it was dual, you'd get a lot more people taking it.
Yeah.
I've seen some places where they offered both at the same time and it counted it
Yes.
towards both. I forgot
Oh,
where I
really?
saw that. Yeah.
Because we
The
did at
one
Camp
that I
Coleman,
took,
they
it
had
was
different
both.
areas
Yes,
going.
but
Yeah.
we were separated.
And some of the leaders taught both sections, but it was like, yeah, they did, but still had it as both. But I think like if they counted it, okay, fine, you know, you take it as a bear leader, like he said, and you're done through Boy Scouts.
Right.
A lot of people
It
would say,
would be.
let's get this over with, let's do it, you know.
Why
So
don't they just combine it and do one big
That's what I'm-
training and say, okay, if you want to go camping, no matter where you're at, it's all.
It's all the same.
well, in the
Same
past, Baloo and Owls it used to be was a day event. It was no overnight.
Oh, okay.
Now that they've done the overnight, they should combine it with this because
Yeah.
this has an overnight. So
Yeah.
maybe we should push on that a little bit. I think
Yeah.
I think a lot more people would take the training
Well,
if they knew they were done. You know.
It would help out a lot more packs and troops.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, my issue was I usually teach on Saturdays. This semester I'm not teaching on Saturdays, so I'm finally open and
There's no Baloo,
There's nothing.
no Owl. Exactly. So, but no. So yeah, I agree 100%. I might push on that because, just to let you know, because I know Christina pointed it out and I noticed it online. He's been doing it for years, so he has the old ConnecticutRivers.org, but it does forward to
It
the
will,
new
yeah.
to CT Scouting. No, because I emailed Joe there and I'm like, he's got the wrong address. And I'm like, so we typed it in. It's good, no problems. It still works, but yeah, so.
I noticed that when I was making the video, you didn't show.
Where's her video? Come on, pull it up on your computer. We'll
I
watch
can do
it.
that.
Just an opening thing so when people came in,
It
they
was
could see
cute.
everything.
It is really, really
Yeah.
cute.
Good.
Gotcha.
It was like a minute and a half long.
they pushed today, huh?
Well, half
Go to
like-
the website, don't worry.
No,
I know
all.
they forgot the pledge.
I know,
They
they
didn't do the
did.
law or the oath.
I
Well,
asked
better
them twice,
not
I said,
fluently.
you got the video, right, Walt?
It's better that we forgot to get everybody signed in when we got there.
I was busy, so there's no audio, but this is what it is. It's a commercial for everything coming up. So, well, that was it. No,
That's quick video.
That was some of the.
how'd you do?
We haven't started yet.
You're in the wrong group. You don't even know where you're going.
So what it is, it was a commercial. It's supposed to be showing up on the big screen as you came in. Yeah, and
Each one's 10 seconds.
so it's welcoming our guests, the yard goats, and she did a great job of the animation, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Indeed.
And the science center. And
it's nice.
how'd you do it?
I had to crop out the science center and put a cloud thing behind
It's a lot of work.
It is. It's a lot of work.
I
Yeah.
got to show it.
Nobody even showed it.
I'm gonna put it on the website. so
How
everyone can
old
see
do
it.
they have to be camp staff?
15.
15?
Yep.
You can be a CIT at 14.
But you have to pay to go to camp too.
Well, not exactly. You pay the first week you're a CIT, and it's I think it's about half price.
Oh, the horse.
It's $200.
Okay.
I didn't use like that.
And
course they
it
would.
might be $225. And that first week you work in a different program area each morning. And in the afternoon, you're free to go take a couple merit badges, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
If they ask you back for the second week, it's free.
Okay.
And then you're expected to work. And what they'll do is based on your interest and the camp's need, they might say, we'd like you to work archery.
Okay.
And so you'd be, in essence, a part of the archery staff. You'd probably be asked to assist with the merit badge curriculum and what have you in the afternoon. You might have some free time to maybe do, a particular badge, but your expectation is from then on, your virtual staff at 14,
Okay.
which is kind of cool.
Hey, Vin, we had a great idea. All of us kind of come up with it together. We're talking about, when he came in, I was talking about the ILS training and the Blue. No, they ought to do, now that Blue is an overnight, they should combine Blue with ILS. So you could take it as a bear, get all your training done, and have it count forward. So.
Interesting. It's an interesting idea, but the focus of the ILOS is going to be the patrol method, whereas the Cub Scout camping model is a little bit different. So I'm not sure that piece of it would mesh up completely.
I just think it would be really worthwhile for your leaders.
But you're absolutely spot on when you say that we'd like to be able to streamline this training and reduce the barriers to entry to get leaders into the program. That's absolutely something that we need to work.
Like she was saying, how her son's at AOL, she just took the Blue training because the other person who was Blue training is gone, and now he's crossing over, so someone else is
camp with Cubs.
Right.
So.
And you come in with no scout training, yet you have all the basics that you need.
I was trained a Girl Scout outdoor, so I had
that's
flats,
just
so yeah.
I can say that.
Girl Scouts is
The training in Girl Scouts is intense.
insane.
It is. It's almost too insane. Cause I have a lot of people who said Girl Scouts is failing because no one wants to be a leader because the training is too
you have to go all
much.
the way to West Hartford just to hold a meeting. Like, it's absolutely insane.
Well, it's better than going to East Hartford for a badge. Did I say that on camera?
I'll crop it out.
So coming from both, when I started my daughter's Girl Scout troop, I had to do this, and this before I could even have a meeting. When I took over as my son's Cub Scout leader, I had to do youth protection. And then I could run a meeting, which freed up the committee chair that was running the Lions at that point in time. And then when I had free time, I did the den leader training, and I've done all the others also. But it's online. I didn't have to go anywhere. I didn't have to spend an entire Saturday. And then if you want to take your Girl Scouts on a field trip to the fire station, you need to have a training. It's just, I can understand why the Girl Scouts are struggling.
Well, in theory, I know a lot of people don't enforce it, including our pack. Technically, when you become a leader, you're supposed to take before the first meeting in the first 30 days immediately, with the YPT. Before you're really supposed to start training with classes, but
you have that other person there,
right, who might be trained,
who is trained. So there's a little bit of leeway there, where with Girl Scouts, everything, I mean, when I was there, it was in Torrington, so it wasn't as difficult. But now I believe the closest training place is West Hartford for them.
Oh, I'm sure.
And
Well, one of the things we're trying to do with this group and, Christine and Walt have been instrumental in trying to break down the barriers to get new people to come, because this is part of our training. So, and what we're doing next door with, introducing, different youth leadership programs,
I was the
people.
service unit manager for Girl
Okay.
Scouts for Winston, Norfolk, and Colebrook,
Yeah.
so I was in charge of all 3 towns at one point.
Terrific.
So there's lots of training.
And thank you for doing what you're doing for us.
So, but no, it's but it's we're just wondering. It's too bad they couldn't combine them somehow, where they even do it's part of it together.
I think because of the basing on a patrol method, which is one of the methods of scouting for Scouts BSA, it is not a method of scouting for the Cub Scouts. So that would be the principal difference.
So I think the difference was, see, because it's ever since I was Wolves, I had 13 scouts. So I always broke them into smaller groups. They ran like patrols. I didn't call them patrols till they were technically Weeblos, but they actually ran like patrols. It was easier. With 13 boys trying to do it at one time so they would meet together and then break off and do their own individual things. So, and they had their scouter, or their denner, and their all that stuff ran the groups and stuff. So and gave each one a den chief. So they actually ran like a patrol. So, but.
How many of you have had den chiefs over the past year? None of you?
We've been trying.
Really?
Not
Trying.
for-
Can't
not
get any
for
or no?
trying,
No,
but
trying.
hopefully that-
That's a sore subject.
Can't seem to get the troops to get back to me.
Really? Let us know.
We know how that goes.
Definitely let us know. We'll reach out for you because it's every Boy Scout gets a special advancement for doing it. They actually
Well, I know
they get the
16
rope.
is just sort of coming back from the brink, so that that may have been part of it, and then obviously COVID.
We also have 1607 also by us.
Right.
When we ran our Pinewood Derby, it was one of my den chiefs from my son's den, since I've been doing it. He was the one running the front, like the 2 of them were up there, so they
But
stayed with
Christine
me.
knows how important I think it is next to the senior patrol leader, it's the most important leadership position that there is. And I think also because it's often a 12, 13-year-old kid that wouldn't normally be, up for one of the top leadership slots in a Scouts BSA unit that would be going into the den. And yet that 12 or 13-year-old kid is a rock star if you put him next to an 8-year-old. So, and they really learn the power that they have as an example at that age. And so that serves the kid. But what a great way to serve the Cub Scout program, to have, a kid idling his mentor right there and say, when I'm 13, I want to be like him. And then hear about, I'm 13, now I can go on a high adventure trip that we're doing up to Maine, and we're going to go canoeing for a week. Oh, wow.
Yep.
So the hook sets.
That's talk to them and tell them, hey, give up,
Well, that's why I put myself front and center and said, I'll do the den chief training. So, and I'm going to do that for the leaders of the Revolution District later in the month.
No, it is real. Like we have a scout.
It's a big deal, and I really we need to emphasize it more. I don't think there's anything else we can do to increase our percentage of kids that cross over from program to program than to put den chiefs in each unit. That is, I think, a critical success.
Oh, I think it would have been huge for some of
Yeah.
us. It would have been huge for me as a leader to have help. At one point I had 14 kids.
Oh,
I
Yeah, I hear you.
14 den chiefs.
So, and when they're
Well,
4th and 5th grade, it's a lot with help, but not with, a den chief would have been awesome help.
But it's also Miriam's has a Lion Scout whose older brother's in the troop, and he's doing okay. He's slipping by. He's not over talkative. He's very shy. So in the troop, he kind of gets pushed off to a corner a little bit because he doesn't say as much. So he showed up with his brother. He's acting like a den chief. He's going to take the training now. And to these kindergarten kids, they adore him. It's like he is there, and it's like he talks about he's able to talk to them and do stuff with them, and he feels great. It's built his confidence so much as you're helping the Boy Scout and helping the Cub Scouts, so.
Well, when the Lions, we actually, when we built it up, knocked down, we were playing with the solo cups, and we were doing it that way. And Logan actually had them on the floor and built, used all the guns at CCE. We could build a huge tower.
But he's
out
normally
of it.
so shy for him to come out,
And
because these
they
young kids,
had
he's fine,
fun.
you know, so.
So it's like having a big brother in your it was like having our big brother in our group.
Okay. So,
By the way, your son did well.
did he
Well, I
great?
think part of our dilemma was that our troop has a group of older and then a group of too young.
Mm-hmm.
Just crossed last year.
Yep.
So, there was
Well, what's great,
not anybody that was really able when I really needed.
a lot of you don't know, I'm not sure, you might not know, you might know, is in Boy Scouts, tenderfoot, first class, second class, second class, first class, there's a lot of requirements you have to do. There's a lot of work. Once you hit star, it's mostly service hours and merit badges. So there's not a lot for you to do at the meetings. That's a great time to hit these kids up at star. When you reach out to the troops, say, what scouts do you have that are star? They're still young enough, they're great, and yet they're not doing a lot. There's no more, what knots can you tie? Go out and learn the boat safety. There's no, the requirements are low. I call star a 6-month layover, because technically you don't have to do a lot. It's mostly finishing up. Then when you hit life, then we start going towards life after that, you have to do more teaching. But it's like, it's the Star Scouts, they're sitting there for 6 months or 4 months to have to do these weight. That's a great time to hit them up for den chiefs, so.
We started using denners too.
Yes, yep.
And we were using that, I started using that because, we had a lot of parents with siblings,
Mhm.
right? So, and they wouldn't come, like, oh, I can't come with so-and-so, I can't find someone else for the kid. Why don't you bring him in? He could be a denner, and then that worked out really well. Well, didn't work out fantastic.
The sibling thing is always, you never
but
know.
it helped, and it did work out. So like I had a den meeting the other day, and I had 2 den. My one son and one of my other assistant den leaders, her son came as a denner, and we're going to try to do that with the siblings at least to start with, and then we're going to just keep it going. Every month, someone's a new denner for the den, and take it from there.
Yep, and it keeps, it gets them into the system too, so.
Is that an actual thing?
Yeah.
Denners, yeah.
A denner?
A denner,
So
look it
what
up,
is
yeah.
that?
It's just basically an older Cub Scout that helps out, or you can even make it the Cub Scout within the den.
That's what I used to do. I used to take one of my scouts every month, made him a denner. We had a necklace, and what happened was all these arrowheads and stuff, and the denner wore the necklace, so it was like he was in charge. So we couldn't be sheep. Our group was all
Yeah, they even
boys.
sell a little yellow cord. They even have like a double yellow cord for a denner, or a single yellow cord for an assistant denner.
Yep, but it's great. Like I said, we had a scout whose his brother was 2 ranks above him, so he would come back and show up at meetings anyways. So he would help out and do the same thing. So, yeah. But yeah, it's a denner. You could do a denner and assistant denner. It's a great thing because they want that position. It's like, so you would say, hey, you guys got to work at it, and
And then,
go
I
from
mean,
there.
it worked out well. I mean, I told my son, John, do you think what you're doing is leading a good example for the younger kids? Well, then why are you doing it? So it's a good opportunity to learn those things too.
So, we still have some time left. Actually, we were going to talk about crossover tonight. It was one of the things I wanted to talk about. So, we talked about blue and gold. You just did your blue and gold.
Yeah.
Your blue and gold got postponed. That's like
We canceled it.
We gave up.
Canceled?
Yeah, we kind of had to because the school that we usually meet in, we've had issues with like staffing and janitors. So they no longer have a night janitor, so we can't meet. So now we're trying to move to the other school.
So,
It's been one thing after another.
Could you guys maybe use like a local church or?
or your sponsor is the firehouse, right?
No, Lions Club.
Lions Club. Okay. Because you always used to do a lot with the firehouse. That's why I assumed.
Yeah.
I always assumed they were your
Yeah.
sponsor. So.
We can reach back out to the firehouse. We'd really like to stay in the school because we can have everybody all at once.
It's hard.
Where the firehouse just isn't big enough for everybody all at once.
Have no, technically, and I believe it. It doesn't cost much if you want to do it. If anything, is you could do Camp Common. The
I don't think our parents would go that far.
You live in Winston.
We've got Colebrook, Norfolk, Barkhamsted.
I know. Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
because it's when Norfolk closed. You guys gained all
Yeah.
them. I tried getting them, but you guys got them. But like so.
Couple of them.
That's because I knew them all.
That's what. Yeah.
It helps to basically live in Norfolk.
Well, I came in and met with them a few times when they were trying to save the pack.
Yeah.
You guys would
And
have to find a place in the
Great
middle.
kids. The kids were full of energy, but the leaders
I
just
don't
fell
know,
apart.
let's say
So.
The gun club in We could have.
Norfolk, Norfolk got, they got.
We're trying to
It's actually
go to
cool.
Pearson. So.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get into Pearson.
Oh, that's great.
And there's also Oak Street now, so there's, I mean, we have options, we just need to figure it out. But so it was our janitor called out, and then it
Yep.
was a snow day. And then, this past Friday, there was no school. And then, next
Yep.
week is our, Pinewood Derby
Workshop.
and then the following week is the weigh-ins. So it's sort of just been
Do it to Pinewood Derby.
Yeah, there you go.
It's just a bridging. You got everybody there. Just stand up and we'll do the process. So now, going back to that, now there is blue and gold,
yeah.
and then there's crossover. They're not always the same. Our pack this year, because the parents were a little still cautious, we're doing a crossover now, just with the Boy Scouts and a couple of the parents, and then we're actually going to do our blue and gold in June outside. So you guys do them together? Or?
We did it together. I know they had some kind of a AOL ceremony, but it wasn't a crossing over at that den meeting. So we did the actual walking over the bridge, and the two troops showed up, and that worked out. We had it in. We actually rented a hall because we just didn't want. Otherwise, we would be doing all the cooking. I knew that's what would happen. So we just did that, and that worked out really well. It was a nice facility. It was empty. Everyone was very, very nice. They set everything else up for us, so it worked out really well.
That was the next question going on now. Do you guys serve food, or what do you do at your event? So, because I've been to Blue and Gold where it's like desserts.
We've never served food in any of our blue and golds.
Oh really? Yeah, we always do it ours.
I've tried every year to get it to happen, and it never did. But maybe next year.
Yeah, this year we had planned just a birthday party because with COVID, all the kids have missed at least one birthday party for themselves. So we're like, let's just throw a ginormous birthday party. So we're gonna make cupcakes, and we had fun stations set up. Yeah.
We got a strobe light for a dance to end it with a dance party.
Yeah, 'cause I've been to Blue and Gold where they do a sort of a dessert contest, and then they cut it up and serve it out. It's like the best decorated, and then they cut it up and everyone eats it. So.
We did that for our Cubsgiving, the cake decorating contest.
Oh really?
Cubsgiving.
Cubsgiving? Oh,
We
that's
do
cute.
a Paxgiving.
Yeah.
So what do you guys do for Blue and Gold?
We're working on it.
Oh, yeah.
She's like,
Because
I'm
you're rebuilding,
writing
right?
down all
This
of these ideas.
This is your rebuilding year, right? Yeah, you're actually doing stuff, or
What's that?
you're rebuilding this year, right? So,
Yeah.
so, you know, yeah, there's a lot of things you can do. Like I said, and your troops are a big help. Like I said, we're lucky in Canaan because the troop is sponsored by the VFW. So the VFW, when we do our blue and gold, so that's the scouts are going to the troop. They sponsor all the food, so we don't have to pay for any of the food, which is great. So last year we actually, because of COVID, we actually did it out behind our VFW. They have a stage for concerts, so we did it outside, and we did it as a day at camp. It was called, and we served burgers and hot dogs and stuff like that. And we started out with reveille, and the kids came in, and then we did the morning news, and we did everything they would do at camp. And I was like, we had trivia and all this stuff and challenges, and you know, then we did. Then we had some of the kids put on a skit, and they did that, but then we ended up on the stage and do the full thing. So
I understand the crossover.
Mhm.
We're gonna do it at our PAC meeting. What is the point or history of the blue and gold? I don't understand, because people like.
oh, I can
the
actually explain that.
themes and stuff.
We were just talking about it out there. See, what happens on February 8th, I believe, it's called Scout Day, and what it is, it's the anniversary of Scouting. And the true years ago, what they used to say, it's not so much anymore. The colors of the wolf, which is now the red, they've changed the color of the wolf, right? So the red used to be blue and gold. So the colors of Scouting are blue and gold. It's the heart of Scouting is those two colors. So a blue and gold event was a celebration of Scouting. It didn't have to be a crossover, but it was such a big event. People started moving the crossover to the blue and gold since you had everybody there. You're having such a great event that you wanted to have that on there. So.
Last year with
That's probably what happened with our because I've always tried to figure out why certain things were the way that they were, and I mean a lot of it's for convenience. So I think that's probably why it probably worked.
And it's cool for the little kids to see the big kids cross over.
Yeah, that's we sold it like that too. Just say, hey, look, someday you're going to be in this position where you're going to be crossing over. So let's go and let's support the older scouts, and it makes it a bigger event for the scouts that are crossing over.
Yes.
Like ours it's kind of like a formal dinner. I mean, it's not really like a fancy dinner, but it's
Class A.
Class A. Everybody gets dressed up. They decorate the tables with you know.
Yeah, we had them all made. All the dens made centerpieces to put out.
Yep.
So they did that, and then that meets some requirements for some of their advancements. You know, and then we recognize the outgoing leaders at that, and then we recognize all the other leaders at our June camp out that we do. So,
So you did the crossover at your Blue and Gold?
correct.
Yeah, a lot of people do because it is such a big event. The blue and gold. Problem is, blue and gold, which used to be, had to be held in February because of the anniversary of Scouting and the birthday of Baden Powell. It's February month is Scout month. So what happens is though people nowadays, with everything going on, have moved it around. But that's how it started. So
This is gonna be ridiculous, but so then when are the Scouts supposed to move up to the next rank?
yes,
Like, why isn't that have a special event?
well that's the crossover. When they, so are you saying all the Scouts? Or are you saying that?
Yeah, so I get the Arrow of Light.
The Arrow of Light's crossing over is a big deal. What happens?
All the other rank advancements, like, they don't happen at an event?
So,
No.
We have a
They can, if
huge
you want.
Yeah.
But it seemed like in February, that was way too soon.
Yeah.
we
It
have
is,
a
yeah.
huge USW Ultimate Warrior type event in June. And all of our stuff cross over after
So do you
that.
call that your Blue and Gold?
Yeah, no,
No.
that's we call it our USW.
Yeah. It's kind of its own thing.
It's its own thing.
Okay.
The troop comes and they help run stations, and then we have stations that all the scouts go to in their groups, and then, we used to spend the night at Camp Jewel in Colebrook.
Hopefully this year.
Hopefully this year, we have to email her back.
What we used to do. Sorry, go ahead.
I think she was confused about the crossing over, and I was the same way when I started in scouting. So there is almost like two crossing overs.
Mhm.
The blue and the gold is for the AOLs that cross over into scouting, to Boy Scouts, and then the dens rank up or cross over. Is that what you're referring to?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we, that, I guess, I don't know when you're supposed to do that, but we do it at the end of the school year, with
Yeah.
in June.
Yeah, that's when we do it.
In-
Yeah, it's at a camp out. We do it in conjunction with a camp out. We do a
Yep.
big
Mhm.
campfire celebration and a ceremony, and
and they used to do it on a monthly basis, so
They
then
used to
the
do it, yeah.
crossover would be for the AOLs going over to Boy Scouts, and then like March would be
This
the,
den.
the this den, and that's how they did it, but we kind of put a stop to that, because we just felt the June camp, I mean, we did a camp out last year, so it was like, kind of the height of COVID, and I had every scout family except for one show up to our camp out.
Our USW, we couldn't camp out because Camp Jewel wasn't allowing that last year, but, I think we had almost every family there last year too. for
Yeah.
our
Where did you
year.
guys camp?
We actually usually go to Kettletown in Southbury,
Oh, yeah.
because we have so many new families every year. So we want to keep it kind of close so that if the kid freaks out, they don't have to go drive like 45 minutes to get home. So,
Because in theory, sorry, I apologize.
no, that's right. Go ahead.
No, sorry, I thought you were done. Sorry. In theory, if you ask council, as of June 1st, every scout has ranked up.
Oh,
Whether they really finished or not.
Right. So whether you haven't finished in the book or not, like a lion's considered a tiger to them as of June 1st. Like what we started doing.
so then they can go to camp with tigers.
Mm-hmm. Lions technically cannot go to camp, no matter who you ask. I know some camps, some leaders at camp they'll send, oh, you signed up in June as a lion, you can go to camp. Technically, no, they can't. Lions are not allowed to go to camp. But a lion who's been in scouting as of June 1st can go to, is a tiger, so he can go to
Which is
camp.
funny because JJ went as a lion.
JJ went.
I know they're not always supposed to. And I've had lions go, but it's so hard to do stuff with them because the shootings and all that stuff. It's a little trickier.
Oh, she was
so.
fine.
Yeah.
She's Juliet though.
Yeah.
If you're looking
Yeah,
for
it depends on
ideas,
the
there's a
kid.
Facebook group called Cub Scout Volunteers that I love.
Yes,
And
they're awesome.
they always have, because it's just so many good ideas that kind of that all the time. I mean, there's someone that actually made, I think he went to Class B or whatever, he made a lion's shooting emblem because a lion went to camp, got
Yep.
to shoot, they didn't have a lion shooting emblem, so we had a little badge made up for people to use and, give it out.
That's where we got the girl.
But what we do, which became a really incentive, is we actually do our rank up in September. Because what we do is, as soon as we come back from summer break, because we take the summer break a little bit, our very first meeting, everyone gets their final badge that they earned. So these new scouts that just joined up see these scouts getting their advancements. So otherwise, so it's always been like a thing that we started doing a couple of years ago when we couldn't do stuff in 19. They said, okay, we're getting back together. What do we do? I said, well, we never really did our final advancements. But new scouts that are signing up, it'd be cool if they see everyone getting their advancements.
See, that backfired on us one year.
Really?
And we had one kid that had a legit meltdown.
Because he was new and
He didn't get
Brand
anything,
new,
right?
and he didn't get anything, and oh, it was bad. All the other kids were like, "This is so cool," and this kid's just
crying his eyes
On the
out.
floor in tears. They never came back.
I had a kid that happened in our June camp out. He only joined like 2 months before, so he didn't earn anything. So of course everybody gets this step up, and then we improvised and we allowed him to put in what it was. We had him throw a twig into the fire and said that the youngest scout is igniting the fire, helping to fuel scouting or something like that.
That's cool.
So, but
It was
then
the ashes from the previous campsite.
But now we got the, no, do you guys give neckerchiefs when they rank up?
yeah.
So he
started
got the
doing-
neckerchief for the next, but he didn't get any patches.
Correct, because he didn't earn
He
anything.
didn't, right.
And it, go on.
For that, we give them the bobcat.
The Bobcats, I was saying about
Well,
to
this
say
was
that.
a lion. He was a lion, so he didn't get that far yet.
Oh,
So
wow.
it was,
But
he actually did very well.
Is it do your best?
I did my best
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
something.
there's
like
always
that.
something. You
Yeah.
just gotta prepare. You gotta give them something.
And my wife actually just went out, it's on our Lions when we did our first. They hadn't done much. She had taken them to the firehouse, and so she went down to the scout store and they had the firehouse patch and all this stuff. So they felt special because nobody else got this. I got this. So they really didn't do anything but go to the firehouse. So, but it was to them it was a huge deal. So.
I think he did get something, but it wasn't a belt loop or it wasn't
Yeah, it
something, and
wasn't-
he just.
It wasn't what the other kids
We
got.
found
It couldn't
out
even
today
be a
at
bobcat.
the scout shop that lions now get belt loops.
They changed it. Yeah, Lions not good. They keep playing with the Lion
I wanna
program.
go
They
buy
keep
one for
yes.
Brendan's, 'cause he got
Ready to go back?
stupid stickers.
I know, your son's looking
What?
Are they ready for us?
Your son's looking.
Christine, you want to run the meeting? No.
Oh,
Can you run the meeting?
I'll take over for you.
No, whatever.
No, it's fine. Go ahead. Just
Instead
Dylan's
of
looking
doing one
to
for every
talk to you about
rank,
OA.
just having one made for your
We talk
pack.
about it.
Yeah, we've talked
So,
about it
but
before.
so here's the thing, so when you go somewhere, and they all have on their different color neckerchiefs, you know who's who.
What age?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know.
What we do is we collect them
Well,
all,
like,
and
between
then
the-
we collect them all, and then we recycle them. We have one den leader that has this whole recycling program with everything, and she does a
But
really
I-
good job with it.
And your families don't mind it?
No,
Bring it
They
back
love
in?
it. They don't have to buy all this
Oh,
stuff.
see,
Well,
I-
well, we
I
also
would've-
wash them and iron them
Yeah,
before we hand them out.
yeah.
I think people just think they're new ones, to be honest with you. But
See, I'm making a shadow box for mine
Yeah.
when you cross
Yeah,
it over.
I am
so
too.
I would want all
Yeah,
of his.
they don't have to turn them in. It's up to them.
But
Do any of you make the arrows
so
with the
good.
strings?
we bought arrow kits, and it has the tape. And I'm having, hopefully, if I can get a hold of everybody.
that's for AOLs.
Oh.
A plaque made.
Don't do what my husband did. He took a beautiful wooden plaque, and they came out gorgeous, but then he put all of the rank patches all across.
Oh, yeah, no.
We had to glue them on with double-sided invisible tape and cut them out. The plaques were gorgeous, don't get me wrong. But by the time I got done putting 12 of them together, I wanted to spank them.
That's a lot of patches.
He had crossed over 12 when we did it. And our blue and gold, honest to golly, the best thing about, I can honestly say, was that we invited everybody. We did not exclude a parent, a scout, a class, a teacher, the principal. The whole town was there. It was amazing. Honestly, and we served it. We served breakfast. We kept it economical. We had so much fun. We had.
Which you can see the arrow
Good.
right here. So each color on the arrow represents certain
Do
things.
you guys
that
have
they've done in their career.
dignitaries at your gold, blue, and gold?
We had our Cub Master.
We had the scoutmasters from the other
Yeah.
scouts.
Yeah.
They were like the dignitaries.
Are you rebuilding your pack?
But
Is
that's-
that what's
it's
going
okay.
on?
Yeah.
Is it-
But so I had no idea about their,
Or
they're supposed to get that?
It's
Yeah.
okay. Oh, we're fine.
I think a lot of people do.
It's
We have
not
to
like
head
you
back
have
probably.
to
You could
have
just
it.
do the plaque.
We have to head
You
back?
just do it
Yeah,
around.
they're ready for us to come back.
Yeah. We were just talking.
I know.
So just don't do it this year.
So just do it this year.
So
Yeah.
here's what we did last year.
these?
Because of COVID,
He
we
made,
had to order those.
that's when I do an election, I have to bring these with me.
Dowels.
Okay.
Cameron, what you're
Like
saying.
the wooden dowels. They
So
also
actually, we're
sell
going back for a
the
full closing in the other room. So if you guys want to head back,
I
we'll head back.
screwed them on.
Thank you so much for coming out.
Plastic
Bring a
arrowhead.
friend.
They just make a notch, plastic arrowhead, and I
Red
got
button.